Okay, so welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, your favorite ghetto scientist, and we are going to talk about something I saw on Facebook. It was a post my sister sent me, right? So you'll see it probably pop up on the screen somewhere. But this woman talked about how she got broken up with because she wasn't having enough sex with her man. Okay, so let's get into it. So my sister asked me what's my point of view on it, and I said, well, I think it was the fact that she was only having sex with her man once a week, and he decided to break up with her. Which, I'll be honest with you, I have to commend him for just leaving her ass versus cheating on her. And if that was a deal breaker for him in the relationship, for one, I feel like it should have been expressed like early on, so she would have went into this understanding the fact that for him, sex is a big deal. But for two, I just think that I can't knock him for leaving due to the fact that he felt like his needs wasn't being met. And from what I'm understanding, this is just from my assumptions, okay? She knew that he was having an issue with the fact that they weren't having enough sex. So start off by saying all of that. My thoughts on, because my sister was like, she was like, I think, I don't know, y'all, I'm sorry, I get to fidgeting with my hair sometimes just because I don't be liking where it's laying, but ultimately I always throw it back. No pun intended. But my sister felt like it was bogus because she was just like, I don't think that you should break up because you feel like you're not having enough sex. And I said, personally for me, my man looking at me like we only gonna have it once a week, especially for one, physical touch, it's like my top love language, and I enjoy being intimate with my partner. Now it'd be different if we are like grinding, we have a new child, something that's really kind of throwing a monkey wrench into the reasons of why we've dwindled our sex life down to once a week. But if it's just simply because our sex drives don't match and it's like, I could go once a week, maybe once every other week, where I'm like, I need it 3 to 4 times a week, then we are going to have some issues there. And it's not to say that relationships are solely based off of sex. I would hope anybody would know that relationships are not only based off of that. That is the most ridiculous thing to say. But for you, if it's a deal breaker because of where it ranks on your list of needs, then yes, you should walk away. For some people, it's like, hey, my sex drive is higher than yours, but it's okay. I can meet you in the middle as far as like twice a week, once a week, if that's what you're comfortable with, and be cool with it. And some people, they're like, no, that's just never going to fly for me. If it's not at least a minimum of 3, we're not going to make this work. And that to me just shows that y'all not compatible as you probably hoped that y'all would be. Because I know I saw comments or discourse in the comments that people was like, relationships aren't based only off of sex. Of course it's not. Of course it's not. But clearly, for that person's ex-partner now, sex was high on the list as far as their needs that need to be met. And I'm not going to negate somebody else's needs just because she feels as if it's not that much of a necessity. It's just, I feel like there was a conversation that wasn't had and wasn't made clear at the beginning of the relationship to avoid her being broken up with, or honestly the relationship even moving forward. That's just my stance on it. Personally, for me, as long as I don't feel like I got too much on my plate and I got too many things going on, like, I'm definitely more on the active side. And if you can't keep up with it, that's fine. But in my opinion, we're definitely not compatible enough, because it's not like it's the top thing. it is high on the list. I can say it is high on my list. So I know it's not high on everybody's list, and that's fine. That's fine, but that's your list. Our list should be somewhat compatible as far as us moving forward as a couple, that we have a certain understanding as far as what each other's needs are, and if we can truly acquiesce to those things. Because if we can't, then I don't think it's pointless in moving forward. But tell me your thoughts in the comments on how do you feel about this woman getting broken up with because she would only have sex once a week with her man. Is it a deal breaker for you? Is it enough for you? Is it not enough for you? Sound off in them comments. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, as well as heading over to my Instagram and follow me on there, because I also have a shit ton more of content that I have discussions in my comments with people that follow me there too. So until next video.